Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Humans with Purpose under the banner of Quest of Purpose. I'm very excited. This episode is my first episode with Humans with Purpose. And, while Quest of Purpose is a platform to help people discover their purpose, humans with purpose are those people who have already discovered the purpose in life. So, through these talks, we will have conversations with interesting people who have not only discovered the purpose but also are doing great deal of work in helping the society. So, today we are going to talk to one such soul, Patik Muni of Khana Chahiye, an NGO fighting the hunger war in India. Patik and his co-founders through Khana Chahiye has helped over 6 lakh migrant workers by serving 46 lakh 50,000 meals, my dear friends, and 20,000 grocery kits with the help of 200 or more volunteers. Of course, I'm not going to do the talking. I'm not going to explain you what Khana Chahiye does. I let that Patik to explain. So uh, we'll begin from here, Patik. You know, let's start. Uh, what is Khana Chahiye and where is entire idea started? Why did you get into it? You are a software developer yourself. You are a startup founder. You had already too much to do, but then ये कीड़ा कहाँ से आया and why are you doing this?
So, Vikram, first I would like to thank you for offering me this platform to interact with the audience. Thank you so much. And congratulations, this is your first show. And I really feel honored to be there on the first show itself. Thank you so much for that. Um, to answer your question, I as a professional, yes, I'm a cyber expert, and I think as a I'm a serial entrepreneur, has have done a few entrepreneurial sprints and been fairly successful. So I've always been of this keen thought process that when you want to do something for the society, whenever it comes to building something for the society, I think normally people where they go wrong is they try and give things which are access in terms of resources for them. So like for example, people who have a lot of money, they would want to donate money. People would donate their clothes, they would donate other items in their house, but everything, if you look at it, is something that is excessive with you, and hence you donate it. Now I have been of a thorough belief that if you want to donate something to the society, if you want to give back to the society, if you want to really get in a change in the society, you need to give something that is the most precious to you and not something that is excessive. So, what is most precious to you? It's your skills, right? It's what the world pays you for. So, if you try and give those skills to the society, I think there is a definite change which you can expect, and that's exactly what we did with Khana Chahiye. So Khana Chahiye has had a very humble beginning. It all started on 29th of March 2020 when a friend of mine and my co-founder Ruben, he called me up saying that I think the situation a week down the line of the lockdown has turned really bad in the city, and there are a lot of people who are literally forget anything else. They don't have access to food, and not even one meal a day. So while we were discussing this, we decided that being a startup guy, I've always been that एक छोटा pilot करना चाहिए कोई भी चीज का, to really gauge what's happening, and we decided to do a pilot. I and Ruben, we stepped down the next day with around 1,200 meals. And the sight that we saw was something that I wouldn't want to see it personally again. Um, we came across people who had been starving for food for almost 2 days, 3 days at a stretch. Rather, one of those incidences which really shook me was an incident which took place below the Kalina flyover on the Western Express Highway of Mumbai. Um, this is where I happened to just step down of my car, and I had a few packets of meals with me. in my hand. The first sight that I saw was a little kid, maybe 1.5, 2 years old, getting slapped by his mother. And my immediate reaction was I started walking towards his mother to tell her that, you shouldn't be like hitting kids. The next scene that I see is two kids are trying to snatch these packets which were in my hand from me. And obviously, when you look at kids, you immediately tend to leave what you have in your hand. And hence, I left that food packets. Um, Cut to the next scene that I see is this two kids who snatched that food from me, went to a corner, tore the packet, started hogging the food out of it. And this little kid, 1.5-year-old kid, which was getting bashed by his mother, was suddenly I saw him next to these two kids, trying to eat out of that bag of food. Um, I felt bad. I went to the mother. I told the mother कि आपको ऐसे मारना नहीं चाहिए बच्चों को. And suddenly the papa pops up from somewhere and he suddenly told me that साहब आपको कैसे आप नहीं समझोगे ये चीज because ये बच्चे पिछले 3 दिन से भूखे हैं. अब हम कुछ कर तो सकते नहीं है वो हमें भी इरिटेट कर रहा है. Of course they were also hungry and the kids were also hungry for 3 days. And that, when I heard that, I'm a father of an 8-year-old. And it just, the next thought in my mind was, hey, listen, if I would have been in this situation, I would go to an extent of probably killing someone to get food for my kid, if my kid is like hungry for 3 days. Um, and that's where I just simply, understood a statement that my father used to give me since I was a young boy. And my father used to always tell me that hunger can never be understood by a person who has never craved for food. I never understood it honestly, Vikram. Matlab, I have been fortunate that, I've been fed well through my childhood, through my young age. Um, so I never understood the statement that my father used to make, and I used to always give him a statement back, "Ha, Papa, I have been lucky. What's wrong?" That was that day at Kalina flyover that I suddenly realized what that craving was and what hunger was, and what my father meant. And you wouldn't believe, Vikram, but for that 5 minutes, I had a sense of gyan happening in my mind, and I suddenly started feeling very foolish of myself that it took me so many years to understand the statement that my father used to make. And uh, it touched me when we so original idea that we had was we were all techies, hence we wanted to use technology to help people. But when we finished this drive on day one, we realized that this problem is way big and we don't want to waste another 1 month developing a tech to help these guys. They need, they need help today, or as of yesterday, they need help. And that's how we decided that we should just walk the way. Okay. Not that we were cash rich, not that we had all the resources available to us. We were literally a 3-member team, me, Ruben, and Sufyan. Technically, we had nothing else with us. It all started with, a small donation from me and Ujjwal Thakkarji. Um, we had only enough money to sustain day one, where one of our other co-founders, Niti Goyal, came very instrumental and a kind soul. She said, "Pehla din ka sponsorship is mine." So first day she took the sponsorship. Second day, I and Ujjwal ji, we donated the money for that. And that's how we started. Okay, so we started very, very small. Literally with no resources, very little money, uh, and I would say a mountain of problems in front of us, honestly, because think about it this way: everybody at that time wanted to stay inside the house. We were probably the only foolish souls which were found in our social circle who were stepping outside. And people on my Facebook, people, in my family circuit or my relatives, I remember them calling my parents and saying, "Hey, Patik, what is Patik doing? What is Patik up to? How can he just step down? Doesn't he understand that he has a 7-year-old boy? He doesn't he understand that his parents are old?" So many problems. It starts from there, and then you start with problems like, if you want to distribute 2000 meals or 3000 meals, how do you get them cooked, where do you get them cooked, where do you get the raw material, where you get the people from, how would you distribute that, how would you transport it, how would you raise money for it? So many problems. Like, I can't list down all the problems honestly, because there were so many of them, right? But we decided that the problem is real, and we want to do something about it. So we just walked that journey, and eventually, I think, वो काफी बॉलीवुड टाइप स्टेटमेंट है, कमिंग फ्रॉम अ मूवी, के जब आप किसी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहते हो तो पूरी कायनात लग जाती है आपको मदद करने में, एंड दैट्स समथिंग दैट आई एक्सपीरियंस फर्स्ट हैंड. If you literally go back on my timeline on Facebook, and you would realize that, we were literally three people with no resources, and then suddenly we went out there, and there were so many angels who came and joined us. So eventually we ran in a team which ran in hundreds. Eventually we got to a scale where we were doing 70,000 meals a day. It was unheard of. Think about it this way: if you have to ask Swiggy or Zomato to deliver 30,000 or 35,000 deliveries a day, uh, it's going to be difficult for them in the matter of a lockdown, right? It's going to be damn difficult. Think about it. During that time, we were doing 70,000 meals a day. So distribution, right from sourcing raw materials to sourcing a kitchen to sourcing manpower to sourcing, gas. All this were, the small little problems were humongous problem at that time, right? मेरे को एक अगर टेम्पो ट्रैवलर चाहिए था, या मेरे को एक छोटी सी टेम्पो रिक्शा चाहिए थी, तो एक वो टेम्पो रिक्शा वाले को ये कन्विंस करना कि भैया आ, ओके, was also difficult, because he did not want to take a chance in this time, right? So everybody was so scared. But I think, when you want to really do something, um, I think God is there. God helps you with all the resources, and Khana Chahiye as a story stands true with the blessings of God, 100%.
Great, brother. Very, very moving story. In fact, and of course, a lot motivating to for many people to take up such initiatives and help the society. You know, we generally, you're much younger than me, but generally, when we reach 35, 40, that is the time when we start actually questioning ourselves, what are we actually doing with our life? Are we
Right.
are we only here to earn money, or we want to do something more than that? So do you get that satisfaction after you initiated this initiative?
I would say satisfaction, yes. A lot of it. Like during this time when we were like under this relief efforts for almost 3 months, I and Ruben, we must have slept literally 3 hours a day throughout. But we had such a peaceful sleep. We were never tired. For those 100 days, at least I don't know my business life or my commercial life where I could stretch at a 3 hour sleep for 100 days. So I would definitely say that that sense of satisfaction was very high, and I think you really feel very nice about doing it. But am I completely satisfied? No. The problems that I saw on ground, I think lots needs to be done. I think the city needs to come together. We are probably going wrong somewhere. As a think about it this way. The minute there was a lockdown, Vikram, everybody was thinking for themselves. Everybody, right? मतलब मैं कैसे बच सकता हूँ, मेरे घर पे खाना है कि नहीं. I remember people literally storing Maggies, like 50, 60 Maggies in their house, uh, just because kal nahi milega to. Think about it, guys. At the end of the day, is it every time about you? Is it is life all about you? Look, that's not something that a society should think. I would say, there was so much commotion out there was because half of the people who were very educated people did not realize that दुनिया खत्म नहीं हो रही है. ठीक है, it is an epidemic, it's a pandemic which is hit your society, and you have to fight it together. But when you talk about fighting it together, you have to stress on that word together, because think about it this way: if I as a person could think that I would have killed someone if my son was hungry for 3 days, don't you think probably on the sixth day that person is also going to think the same thing? And think about it, it's like so many people on the streets, if they're not getting food, don't you think that they're gonna be bad, and not because they are bad people. It's only because they are hungry, right? uh, and again, another medical side of it, we all knew that corona is a virus which impacts people who have low immunity, right? Hence, everybody was been advised to have cardas and honey and whatsoever that could boost your, vitamin C, which could boost your immunity, right? Now think about these guys. These guys are not getting bare basic food, right? Your immunity buildup is based on the food that you would eat. Okay, they were not getting food. Okay, how are you going to fight a virus with so many people being hungry, starved? Okay, and of course they're going to be infected and they're going to spread the virus. But unfortunately, the society was not thinking at that time about them. The society, major people in the society were thinking about themselves and rather the whole holistic society. So that's something that we as a society should change, which I am not satisfied about. But yeah, whatever we did, I think it gave me an immense sense of satisfaction. 100%.
Pratik, we professionals usually do not have time for anything. We are
Yeah.
always busy with our
Yeah.
current engagements, with work and all that. How do you guys find time? I mean, of course you have startups to run. Each person in your founding team has you know they have their own work to do. How do you stretch yourself and find time and to do something like that? To probably this is your calling, but how do you attend to your calling?
So Vikram, see, at that time we used to work literally 20, 21 hours a day. So honestly, those many hours a day, if you ask my friends around who would be in touch with me at that time, they would tell you that Patik को आप 2 बजे भी फोन करो, आप 5 बजे भी फोन करो, दोनों टाइम पे वो फोन उठा लेता था. So I used to literally work for 20, 21 hours. That is not something that I've ever put in my work life, okay, as number of hours. Uh, this was driven by passion. This was driven by a cause. This was driven by something that hit us in our hearts, right? Uh, I think everything else was smaller. So at that time, I was already working on penning down my book. I was working on one more project. Everything was very important. Um, I was spending hell lot of money behind all of these. So I stopped all of it. I just gave up on all of it for almost 100 days, 120 days. Just gave up. I said there are bigger problems out there. I can always write down my book 4 months later. Doesn't matter. It's not going to change anything in the world. I can probably do business 4 months later, 6 months later. It's not going to change a lot. Of course, it has an impact. Of course, but every time that you move your attention from your work life onto anything else, of course it has a balance sheet impact. But see, now in life everybody doesn't get this opportunity of feeding so many people, right? God gives you this opportunity sometimes. So for me, it was like it was God's calling, right? मैं कुछ लोगों को भगवान बुलाते हैं यात्रा करने के लिए, तो वो वैष्णव देवी जाते हैं, चार धाम जाते हैं. ठीक है, अमरनाथ जाते हैं, मेरे को भगवान ने बुलाया कि जाके इन लोगों को खाना खिला, यू नो। आई थिंक हमारे शास्त्र में भी लिखा हुआ है, राइट, कि पानी एंड खाना अगर आप किसी को भी खिलाते हो तो आपने तीर्थ यात्रा कर ली, राइट। सो मैंने अगर एक 50 लाख मील्स बांटी है या 300 टन ड्राई रेशन बांटा है, तो आप सोचो मैंने कितना तीर्थ कर लिया 6 महीने के अंदर अंदर, सो आई लुक एट इट दैट वे, दैट कितना पुण्य कमाया, ओके, कितने लोगों का पेट भरा। मेरे प्रॉब्लम्स उनके प्रॉब्लम्स है, हमें बहुत छोटे हैं यार, उनके उनकी लाइफ के प्रॉब्लम्स है, मेरी एटलीस्ट लाइफ के प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं है। मेरी अभी बुक आ रही है, मतलब इट्स नॉट दैट माय बुक इज नॉट गोना कम, राइट, माय बुक इज जस्ट अराउंड द कॉर्नर, माय प्रोजेक्ट इज रीस्टार्टेड, okay, so life has become normal, okay, but imagine those people at that time, if we would have not fed them, they would have probably not been existing today, so I think that was more important. Simple.
Great, great, Pradeep. What's the future of Khana Chahiye from here? Now what?
So, Khana Chahiye, as an ideology, we wanted to turn more sustainable. Obviously, we started as a relief effort, but we wanted to turn more sustainable, and hence we are currently doing a hunger map along with the University of Mumbai and the MCGM, where we are actually creating a data processed hunger map which can be well understood and interpreted by our authorities, analyzed for sustainable interventions. That is one activity that we are doing. And with the recent announcement of break the chain, or situations are again turning worse. People are not getting, especially the blue collar people and the absolute destitutes. They are out of work again. So we've started our relief efforts again. We are actually distributing a couple of thousand meals every day now, and that's something that we will keep doing whenever it's needed, so to say. But on a longer cycle, I think we want to turn more sustainable and have more sustainable interventions which can be more local in nature. We want more participation from the local communities, because that's the only way we can solve this problem. And yeah, work towards complete eradication of hunger as a problem. I know it's not going to be a year's exercise, and hence Khana Chahiye has been registered as a foundation. We are more serious about it now, and we are going to be taking it ahead. And in years to come, I think we will at least try and solve this problem to a large extent.
So will Khana Chahiye move beyond Mumbai and go to other cities and states as well, and will continue to, you know, continue its efforts even beyond COVID?
Well, we would love to, we would love to go help people across the country. But I think practically, let's talk practical, right? Practically, I think Bombay itself is so big. It's a metropolitan, and it's huge. It has a huge population of destitutes and blue collar people. Lots needs to be done here. So we would like to stay focused here on the first place. But while we say that, we are completely open to sharing our knowledge base with anybody who feels that okay, we can add value in any part of the world. Um, so one very big reason of the success is also because we structured this. So most of us as founders and co-founders, we're entrepreneur in nature. So we understand business models and we understand how to plan things, and that's exactly what we gave to this movement. So, like I work with startups, mentor startups for their business model canvas. So, I basically built a canvas around Khana Chahiye, and we structured down everything right from how do we onboard people, whom do we onboard, how would we train them, where do we deploy them. All of that was a structured exercise. It was not random. The reason why we would put in those 20-21 hours a day is not because we were distributing so many meals. We were basically putting in so much of time is because we were doing it in a structured way. So, just to give you an example, in our recruitment cycle, the way we would look at it is, for example, if somebody comes to us and says, okay, I want to volunteer the first question that I would check with that person that is, what's your daily job? And if the person says to you, hey, listen, I do digital marketing, then I would tell, okay, great. Then do you do digital marketing for us? You don't go on ground. You go and do digital marketing for us because that's what people pay you for. That's your skill. Give me that skill because that's how I'm gonna grow. And the same way, when I had a restaurateur coming to me, I would say, hey, listen, you know how to run the production cycle at the kitchen. Okay, go at the kitchen. Okay, but people who would come and tell me that I'm a great writer, write something for us. Make post for us. Graphic designers make graphics for us. So our idea was that we would map these skills right to the right things that are needed, and hence the growth could be so fast and scalable because I technically did not have to teach a restaurateur how to manage a kitchen, right? He already knew how to manage a kitchen, right? So it was for me, it was so simple once he took on the task of managing the kitchen. And such many small things that we really did, right from our fundraising to our digital presence to how we would engage with our donors, how would we engage with our volunteers, how would we engage with local institutions. We were entrepreneurial throughout, and because we were entrepreneurial throughout, we could build this in matter of no time. Like, think about it this way: most HR companies would struggle if you have to give them a list के मेरे को 100 लोगों को रिक्रूट करना है, ठीक है? तो आपको एक एचआर कंपनी बोलेगी, ठीक है सर, महीने भर में तो आपको शॉर्टलिस्ट करके देते हैं हम 100 लोग, राइट? हमने वही एक महीने में लोगों को शॉर्टलिस्ट किया, हमने उन लोगों को मैप किया, ओके, हमने उन लोगों को ट्रेन किया और हमने उनको डिप्लॉय करके हमारा काम करवा लिया. Okay, so we were that fast. Okay, it was our efficiency and it was our skills of our daily life as an entrepreneur that we used in building this social startup as well, and hence the social startup is a talk of the town, because we did it in a way that we would do a normal commercial venture. Okay, um, it's the only difference is that we did not earn anything out of it, and that's, I think, what we earned out of it is the satisfaction that you spoke about.
Great, Pratik. Thank you so much for coming in. May you and your team win the hunger war, and may Khana Chahiye spread across the country, replicate the model, and may more and more number of people join you in this effort. I wish all the best for Khana Chahiye and you and your team. May people like you, your tribe grow, and the society benefits from it. Thank you so much for coming on the first episode. Really appreciate, and of course, we'll then get associated in whatever way we can. But thank you for now. Thank you so much for being here.
So, Vikram, can I end this with a statement to your audience,
Sure,
please?
sure.
uh, so one key lesson that I learned from Khana Chahiye was on day one that you know आपको जो करना है, आप जैसे ही आपको लगता है कि भैया मेरे को भी कुछ करना है, just start doing it. Don't think and wait for things to happen. Nothing is going to be perfect, and you would make mistakes. But start. Just start. Start small. I think next time that we face this problem, which we are already into, just try and help one person. Just shortlist that one person. Identify that one person in your area that you feel that it has a genuine problem. Feed that person. Okay, just start there. And I think if most of us in the society start doing this, okay, we will solve the problem in no time. So just do. When you have the thought, just go ahead and do it. Execute that thought. It's the most important thing, and that's the only thing that I would like to say here.
Brilliant, brilliant, Pratik. On that note, we end this. And guys, please do share this video. Take it to as many number of people as you can, and let the initiatives of Khana Chahiye be known to the world. Subscribe to this channel by clicking on the bell icon. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you. Thank
Thanks,
you, Pratik.
Vikram. Thanks.
Thanks.